Oh yeah, brother, welcome back for another Magic 2015 with AlpacaPatrol. That's Grey Wolf, this rocky smile. Yeah!
I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes
of
times
me time.
several other minutes of which we trash Nintendo for
That's a lot of
while.
minutes.
That's a
Bro.
lot of minutes.
Brother.
Minutes. We got you for a long time.
We've got you for several increments of time.
We know about time. Time never changes.
Are we Batman now?
I know he's like Batman in the Warhammer 40k universe.
Is Batman in Fallout 3?
Oh, really?
Batman never
I'm
changes.
sure there's a mod for that.
Batman never changes.
Batman
really doesn't
is
ever
always
change.
the same.
When Batman was
Right.
Beyond, all they added to make him Beyond was red.
Well, yeah,
Which
he's
is
red.
straight up bullshit.
Well, he's also got wings. He's got
No.
jets in his feet.
No.
All right, I lost. But
Yeah,
he's got
you
jets
lost.
in his feet, and then he's also weirdly like his mask is over his lips. And
What?
do you remember him from?
I
like,
do,
in
but
Bat-
I'm like trying to imagine that in my mind.
Like, imagine what that would look like in real life. It would be fucking weird. Like his mask was over his lips.
You'd have to fuse it
How-
with that like liquid silicone so it would go over your skin properly.
Yeah, probably.
that leaves a weird image
That's
in my
a
head.
lot of preparation
It's a lot. It's a lot of weird.
B.
for a Batman.
Well, no, see, that's the weird thing, too, is because there are several moments in that show where he pulls off his mask, and it acts like a hood, right? So, like, around the neck area, like the lower neck, is a separating point, right?
Yeah, that's
that he
the
can just
clitoris.
pull off. Right, exactly. And so he can pull that hood over his head and pull it down, and then his lips are perfectly aligned with. Oh, I fucking lost. Holy shit!
You got a lot of lands?
My God. Yeah, I got a lot of lands in my hand, and then on top of that, I've drawn like 2 lands in a row. So
It's fine.
None of
hey,
us
you're
have
using a new
creatures.
deck.
I was wondering when you're gonna notice.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah,
You guys are giving me shit, so I pretended my game crashed and went and changed decks.
Oh, okay. I'm glad that you did. That was very nice of you.
Yeah, I lost. I haven't
Yeah.
used this deck in like a year.
It only took
Yeah.
you saying he couldn't play with us for him to actually change it. So
Yeah, then he kicked me out of the game, wouldn't let me back in.
I literally kicked him. I actually
he did. He actually did
Yeah.
that.
I did indeed do that. Yeah, but what was it? Oh, we were
We're
talking
talking
about
about
Beyond.
Batman's silicone lips.
Yeah, he's got some weird silicone lips. It's a weird situation. Goblin Electromancer. That's a really cool name.
Do you think that Batman is really that Beyond, though?
He's actually that. See, here's the thing: is you have to watch the last. Oh fuck! I lost. You have to watch the last episode of Batman Beyond to really understand where they were coming from with it, because it was all just a tie-in sponsorship with Bed Bath and Beyond. So
God,
Bed Bath and
I was
Batman
waiting
Beyond.
so long for there to actually be an explanation, and I get this shit. I'm
I
like, oh,
actually am
this is
really
interesting.
disappointed by that too.
I'm really into this. What could they possibly? Okay, it's a fuck. You're stupid. I hate
It's
you.
a Bed Bath Beyond joke. Yeah, no, that's how I roll. I make a lot of Bed Bath and Beyond jokes. That tends to be my humor.
Wasn't he
Is
like a
Bed Bath and
teenager in
Beyond
that
humor.
too?
It was, yeah. Yeah, Terry McGinnis.
That's the opposite of Beyond. That's like becoming younger. What is that? You
I
get
don't know.
wiser as you get older, and Batman
But
got
he-
more rage.
He did manage to beat the Joker in a way that Batman never could.
Did he kill him?
So, well, I don't want to spoil how that movie
God
goes.
damn it.
But I mean,
I just want
know.
somebody to fucking just kill the Joker. I'm sick of his shit. He always gets away and he's like, I'm too smart! But the reality is, everybody gets your shit, Joker. We just can't kill you for some reason.
you know what you should do, Nick, is you should read Dark Knight Returns.
He's like, we must
It's-
kill the Batman. He doesn't follow those rules. Why do you respect his bullshit rules?
He doesn't want to kill Batman because Batman's the most fun for the Joker.
Because he's beyond, apparently.
Yeah, he's beyond Joker.
Beyond reasonable
Joker-
reckoning.
Joker Rising.
Stop it.
There was linked earlier today was a oh my god. But linked earlier today but linked earlier today was a,
That almost went Fat Albert a little bit.
it was a little bit. Yeah.
There it is. Okay, that was actually it.
a Power Rangers The like
what if?
Yeah, well, it's sort of, yeah.
The dark version of Power Rangers.
It was like a dark version of Power Rangers.
Dark version, right?
And I've milled that concept over for like a long time over how I would make like a darker, more adult version of Power Rangers,
like Starship Troopers.
Well,
with Michael Ironside.
That would be cool. Actually, Michael Ironside as Zordon. Holy shit!
Right, I've just created the dream team.
Cool. Yeah, that would be amazing. But no, I've thought about how I would do it, and I remembered that I completely made an outline for the story of the first episode.
Did you draw a map?
I didn't draw any maps. No,
right. I know you like your maps sometimes.
I do like nerding out with the maps, but
you know what? I'll let you do that.
All right.
Okay.
Just this once, though.
I'm a bit of a map nerd.
What is up with all your creatures getting stronger? I don't like that.
It's what Kiln Fiend does.
I'm tired of that shit.
Don't worry about.
You want that I should kill?
Why is he?
Here's my question. Fuck off.
Why did one get to 4-2 and the other one got to?
One was played this turn, and so it got +2 from the Ogre Bro.
Oh! I see. Ogre Master 5,000.
Ogre Bro.
Ogre Magi.
Yeah. Ogre Magi 5,000.
Over 1,100 million peoples of the world. Yeah, you like those damage effects, Rob?
Yeah, I like watching them. They're pretty cool, actually. Holy shit, guys! I got a creature.
Creature! I swear, if it's Inferno Titan.
Creature in the morning, creature in the evening.
Oh, musical there for a second.
That's what I thought you were doing as a creature.
I hate you so. Okay, no, I thought it was all 6-year land, so I was like, here we fucking go.
Yeah, no.
You're gonna do that combo shit again that you did last time?
I don't know, maybe. I'll think about it. Combo Breaker.
Have any of you even played Killer Instinct?
Earthbreaker.
No, I didn't think so.
Chaos Dunk.
No, I know that.
Chaos Dunk?
Yeah, that's Earthshaker.
Donkey.
Jesus.
Earthshaker.
That's just. Okay.
Hergshaker.
Hergshaker.
You're not even saying anything funny. You're just saying things. Saying words.
Sometimes I like to say words, Nick, you know?
I know.
I'm a word sayer.
Word
Fife
sprayer.
is a poem sayer.
Do you see that app that you get? Or it's like a website that basically it'll go on your Twitter and it'll grab a bunch of little tweets and put them together into poetry for you?
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of funny, actually.
That sounds awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Inferno Titan.
Now, if I was the type of person that gets upset about shit, I'd probably start being upset around now because I haven't won a game in quite a while.
It has been a while, but in fairness, we have been, playing lots of games in a short period of time.
Exactly?
Well, we've been playing lots of games in a short period of time.
Oh, because if they're next to each other, that doesn't mean that I actually lost.
No, exactly. Yeah. Now, Austin, you're not gonna like this.
Is that okay? All right.
Yeah.
That's another one.
I don't feel like we're playing the same game anymore. You have like your your stompy big creatures deck, and I'm just trying to like do anything. Whatever.
I don't have a. Oh no!
You did it backwards.
Oh
you dummy!
My fucking god!
Big dummy!
Oh my
god!
We fucking lost.
You big dummy!
Oh my god!
The second I saw that fucking arrow.
Oh my god! I'm so mad.
Well, come on, you only have yourself to blame.
I really do, but I'm still really mad. God damn it, man. Why does it do Warstorm Surge last? I should have read it. I can't blame anything but myself for that.
This is gonna be the sweetest, feeling in my life. The amount of times this card has fucked me in the ass. The fact that I get it now.
Oh,
The fact that it's mine now.
You gotta switch a room.
It's mine.
You've switched the room.
It's for me.
Oh, you switched my Roo. Why'd you do that? That's so rude.
No, switcherooed. You got switcherooed.
Yeah, I did get switcherooed.
It is
you're
kind of
right.
switcherooed.
I'm really sad that I fucked that up. Although, in fairness, after the switcheroo, I think I would have still.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, who paused it? Oh, you paused it. Okay. Yeah, I still would have not had an Inferno Titan. All right, deal.
Deal
Fuck
with the devil.
you.
As the owner of 2 Inferno Titans, I would like to say,
The card is broken.
I have one.
It's not broken. It
Card
is
is
not
fucking broken.
It's kind of broken. I only did it because you made me switch.
Rob, how many Inferno Titans do you have right now? None. How many does Austin have?
1.
2. That counts for twice.
That's true. My hand was god awful in this.
My hand was perfectly fine.
That's why I killed Nyx, because I was hearing how bad your hand was.
Yeah, this was not particularly good. Yeah.
It's weird that the strategy has to start there, actually. Like, you don't even let anybody get established. Like, oh, you got an okay hand? You gotta die. Oh, well. Them's the breaks.
I have to do this.
Good thing it's just a video game on the internet.
Yeah. Oh, both of them. Okay, well, I'll just keep clicking here.
Hey, yeah, click me up. Wait, here.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, suck it. You get extra damage.
It doesn't even matter.
Good game.
Yeah, GG.
GG.
Yeah, switcheroo and switcheroo.
Oh my god.
It's like such a good
like the
combo.
best card
Oh
ever.
my god, jazz.
Jazz.
Oh my god.
Did you just say, oh my god, jizz?
Oh my god, jazz. I love jazz so much. I just want jazz all up in my mouth. Oh my god.
Now it sounds like you're saying jazz.
Now I want some jazz. Like some sweet, amazing... I don't know any jazz musicians, but I love them. Oh my god.
Rob can do this because he had to do an episode of Isaac, I think, like in girl voice, right? Or was
Did
that
I-
Cam?
Probably, and there were well, yeah. I mean, there was the accents challenge that I did a couple of times, where every time I took damage, I had to change to a different accent.
Right.
So yeah, that was one.
I'd rather watch you eat an onion, honestly.
That was really bad. That was hard watching that again.
It's hard watching it.
Yeah, it was rough, man. I remember that
Can I
time.
go back to my old deck now?
No,
All right.
I'm okay with it. You can do whatever you want to do.
why don't you make a new deck?
Because that takes time and effort.
Doesn't take any time. Look, I'll make one right now.
0 time. Takes literally.
Oh wait, I got a new card pack. Hold on, I want to open it up.
Open it up.
All right, I got Masqueraders. Ooh,
Masqueraders?
yeah, Masqueraders.
Masqueraders.
See, like a Dota League champion.
Like the Olmec.
Yeah,
Matt.
Dota League champion.
I don't know what they call them. Matt Cariators, is he a guy?
Yeah, Masqueraders.
The temple gates.
Ooh, a tower gargoyle.
Excuse me.
That card sucks ass.
This is not that shitty wolf.
Yeah, that's true, but Russet
Okay,
Wolves.
The
suck
card is
worse.
really bad, Austin. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's not that shitty ass Last Wolf player. I hate him.
So you guys have
Tower
anything new on Nintendo news today?
Nope, I don't. So let's end the episode. 11
All right.
minutes.
Thanks
Easy.
for watching Magic, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for watching Mondays and Fridays and episodes.
I tried to buy Monster Hunter for the 3DS, and everyone was sold out.
Really?
So I'm mad at Nintendo.
How do they even have games sold out anymore?
Because they don't
Like, how
make
does that
enough,
happen?
and I didn't
Can't
pre-order
you-
it.
Can't you just
It's a
buy
joke.
it on your 3DS directly?
Yeah, I don't have a big enough space to put that. Also, I like actually having the cartridges, so I don't have to worry about taking up space and stuff.
Whoa! Okay, sorry. I just decided to look at Rock Paper Shotgun to see like new gaming news, and maybe I don't know if Nick will be excited.
Are you
going to
steal my second headline? No, go ahead. What is it?
Oh, you have a second headline? Oh, no. This I don't know if Nick's going to be excited about this, but I know Austin will. Probably.
If you say Dota, I'm just gonna turn off the recording right now.
Dota 3 is being released now. There's a new game from Firaxis called Sid Meier's Starships.
Yeah, that was I remember seeing
right.
that like a month ago.
I
Yeah,
have not seen this until now.
Yeah, I heard about that too, actually.
That sounds cool.
It does actually sound really cool. I'm excited.
And then there was another thing too.
Oh, my game crashed.
Oh, good.
For real
Good.
this time.
Oh right, yeah. At GDC, that's another thing. At GDC, they're gonna show off the new the Steam machines and the final edition of the Steam controller.
That's the Game Developers Conference for anyone who doesn't know what GDC means.
Yes, Game Developers Conference.
So the final version of Steam machines, just so you know, those are computers.
Yep. Well, yeah, essentially.
That'll play games.
Yeah, but they're like console computers.
The official unveiling of computers that play games is a pretty big newsworthy headline we need to talk about.
Yeah, but it's like Valve's foray into the console gaming space in a way.
I understand. It's just not a big deal.
Well, it's not a big deal to us who are like we're PC gamers, but it does have the potential. I'm not saying it will do this, but it does have the potential to maybe bring console gamers into the world of PC gaming and have them realize how much better it is.
No, you're right. And it's good for you to play devil's advocate on this because I'm really just being super cynical for the sake of like everyone in our audience this probably won't affect. But that's kind of myopic and stupid of me to be that way.
Yeah, I'm not too. I honestly, I'm excited on this one. I don't feel like it's gonna do much.
I'm not gonna get it, but
yeah,
well, you have no reason to. You have a better computer that's not like a small Steam game computer.
Exactly. Yeah. But
what do they run on again? They have their own OS?
Oh, yeah, Steam OS.
It's like Linux modified something.
Yeah, they did that 3. What happened to the Steam controller? Are we going to get that anytime soon?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. At GDC. Yeah, at GDC, it's the final version of the Steam controller.
Okay, because that's the only thing I do care about. I do want to get one of those and try it out.
Did you try that at PAX that time?
I did not, no. I remember we used it, what was it? Eugenics had the Steam controller.
Yeah. It was like kind of annoying.
Yeah, it was not great.
I feel like, but that you did only have it for like 10 minutes, so...
Right, and I was using it to like point and click, and it basically just felt like a trackpad on both sides of the controller, which was really not that fun.
Which is also what it is. Like, it is a trackpad.
Right, but for some reason we're phrasing this as if it's like important or innovative.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just like, here's a less good 360 controller.
What?
Isn't it the fact that it's 2 trackpads that is supposed to make it better?
I don't know.
And they click.
Both.
I will say, though, that I think the last time that they showed anything with the Steam controller, they've doubled back on the trackpad idea, and I think it's actually like a stick now, so...
I think they may have as well.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out.
I'm really fine with them just like completely just rebranding the 360 controller to being a Steam controller. If they could find a way to get around the patents and shit, like, just go for it. It's fine. What's wrong with that controller, ultimately?
The D-pad. But
other than the D-pad. We all get the D-pad, but other than that.
Well, I will say, though, if the Steam controller has a good D-pad, then I will use it over the Xbox controller, because...
I probably still won't, because I'm just used to this one now.
I'm used to it, but I don't really... I'm not, like, in love with it or anything. I'm used to it.
I'm in love with it. I'm going to have sex with it every night.
I'm in love with the Coco, personally.
I'm in love with the Coco.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I had to. You laid it out there, I mean...
Yeah, I just, I lobbed it up for someone to, volley it right back. That's the whole.
And you got to bunt.
Mm-hmm. And you got to then you have to bunt.
Then you got to bunt.
Exactly. I will say, not really new news. In fact, it's not new news. But I watched a couple of Bloodborne videos the other day, and I'm getting increasingly excited about that releasing in a month from today.
Would it be sad if they just canceled it?
I would be very, very sad, actually, because I don't know if there's any other games or any AAA games that are coming out soon that I'm excited for. Not any that I can think of off the top of my head.
That's a game that I am not gonna play, and not because there's some sort of a like I have a problem with From Software or anything, just because it's console exclusive. I'm not playing it.
Okay.
Yeah, my anger at console exclusivity is not strong enough to make me not play a Dark Souls game.
Like, how many times do you want to buy it? Because I'm in for like 2 or 3, I guess.
Well,
yeah, that's a funny thing too, right? Because have they stated that like it is going to be console exclusive forever? They're never going to do a PC deal, or is it like half the other games in the last generation where they sign like a 6-month exclusivity deal and then they release?
They could go either way.
My thought is that if it does come out on PC, it won't be until like the original Dark Souls, which was like what, a year later.
Yeah.
But they have precedent with Demon Souls, which is still not out on anything but PS3.
That's true. Yeah.
So and it's Sony's IP, so it might not ever come out on PC.
Yeah.
Which is really unfortunate.
It is.
Yeah.
But
I really wish that I could see the numbers on how well Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2 sold on PC, because I'd be really curious. Because
it hasn't come out yet, Rob. Come on now. They're releasing Dark Souls 2 next 2 months from now.
It's a good point. Yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, no, I'd be really curious. Yeah, games in beta, guys. Like, relax. Like, TI2 just ended.
Literally a month ago.
But anyway, no, I'd be really interested to see the numbers, because I think that the PC gaming community really took to the Dark Souls franchise, and I feel like it's a poor marketing decision to make it console exclusive.
I don't think that you should even just say you think it is. It definitely is. It's just one of those, they want to sell PS4s, but I don't think this game... I mean, it sold me a PS4, but... So maybe I'm a fucking idiot, but... I don't see it selling enough PS4s to...
How big of a draw is From Software as like a household name now? Like, is it just the Dark Souls series, or is it From? Like, is it... You know what I mean? Like,
it's the series.
That's what I would think. I would think that people wouldn't recognize, Bloodborne.
Yeah,
there's like made nothing. By.
If you're a casual viewer, you don't pay attention, you don't read the articles, you just see the games. You're gonna see Bloodborne, and you're gonna have no fucking idea what it is. You're not gonna know it is Dark Souls.
Especially because they've been trying to obfuscate it with shit like the Lords of the Fallen. It's like, oh look, it's another Dark Souls knockoff, and then Bloodborne comes out and says, look at these fuckers stealing Dark Souls again.
Right.
Yeah.
Backfired.
That I wouldn't be surprised if there was a large contingent of the community that would think that
and then get angry on the internet. It's going to be some really, really interesting message boards, I have a feeling, for a day or two.
Maybe I'll watch a Let's Play.
The self-righteousness and smugness of anyone replying to those comments, also, you'll be able to smell it a mile away.
Hey man, the Red Dead Redemption PC version, that's coming out soon, right? Any day now.
And in other Rockstar PC-related news, Grand Theft Auto 5 got delayed again.
Did it really?
It's another month.
Right? Yeah, not a huge delay.
We're angry, though, because we pre-ordered our games, and we want our games. We didn't pre-order them. Don't pre-order games.
If you pre-ordered GTA and you're mad that it's delayed, you need to reevaluate your values.
Yeah, that's like after Brood War came out, like, oh, I'm pre-ordering StarCraft 2 10 years later.
StarCraft Ghost, even.
Yeah, right, exactly.
That's a good game to pre-order if you still have it.
I still wish that they would come out with StarCraft Ghost.
Yeah, no, it's okay. They're fine.
Call of StarCraft Modern Ghosts 3.
So they gave you like $200,000 if you pre-order GTA 5, right? In-game
300,000.
300?
Actually, it's $1 million in-game and 300,000 online, I believe. So single player. $1 million.
I don't know what that means, though.
It's stupid, though, because it's like, wait, aren't you supposed to earn the money? I don't understand. Like, won't that take the...
It's like Evolve, right? They're like, hey, I know you love our game, but wouldn't you pay more to not play it?
Well, although, as much as I think about it, like when I played like GTA 3, I just used the cheats to have fun anyway. I never really played the story, so
yeah, the cheats are extra. Though.
Oh, that's a sad thing. Does that mean that they're gonna remove cheats from GTA 5, or are cheats not even a thing in GTA 5?
I don't think cheats have been a thing in any game in like 3 years.
Well, GTA 4 had them, right?
Yeah, GTA 4 had them. So like they still kept the cheats.
The cheat engine.
Yeah.
So how long ago did GTA 4 come out? DGA?
2008-ish, I want to say.
That's 7 years ago.
Is that right? Is it somewhere around there?
That I might have been 2010.
Let's go to the Google.
Can you say
GTA 4 release?
Technically, I'm still correct, yeah. But no, you're not supposed to say that.
GTA 4 released in late 2008, so it's been over 6. It's been over 6 years.
GameStop chronology for the win.
6 years.
Same year Prince of Persia.
Oh, my spine. Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, that didn't feel good.
That's not a good thing to hurt.
You just like subluxate yourself.
Yeah, a little bit. I subluxed myself real good.
Excuse me.
That's a word. Chiropractors.
I believe you.
Do the subluxations.
Pretty funny sounding though.
Flux Deluxe.
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of the this is the issue, I guess, of recording Magics very close to each other as we run out of gaming news to discuss.
Who cares?
I
know. You can make some up.
Yeah, you guys are excited for Dragon Ball Xenoverse that came out?
Did it already come out by this time this episode came out?
It should. Well, I mean, it comes out.
It's like 2 days from actual
today.
Now,
yeah.
2 days from today?
Real today, yeah.
Oh, wow. I thought it was in March.
No.
No. It's coming out the 27th of February.
He was trying to get me to pre-order. He's like, you can play as Vegeta in Super Saiyan 4. I'm like, come on.
Don't you want to do that?
Just suck my balls and shut up.
Don't you wanna?
I'm kidding, Robbie. You're okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'll suck balls if you really want me to. But
we can all suck each other's balls after the Magic episode.
I actually want to go back to that idea though of like purchasing things that make you play less of the game.
Yeah, I love that idea.
I think in some scenarios, if the game is not modeled around that element, and by that I mean like make it extremely grindy instead, so that you're forced to buy it.
Okay.
Then I think it's actually okay for the people who are willing to do it, because I'm at a point in my life with games where
you just want to be over.
Not just want them to be over, but more specifically, like, I want to experience all the things that the game has to offer, but I also have lots of other things to do, right? So I'm not, I'm not able to just, I don't know, like when I was younger, I could come home from school and play the one game that I had that was new for like a month, and just play all of it and get through the whole thing. But I can't really do that anymore, So being able to, if I have a somewhat expendable income and at a reasonable price, be able to, like, buy a fast lane a bit, I don't necessarily mind that, because it's not necessarily hurting people who don't want to do it. Although in the case of GTA 5, I think the money is pretty important on the online mode.
I don't think I could be more in opposition of your viewpoint on this particular thing.
Well, okay, why?
You understand what you're saying, in essence, is you should give an out for people who want to pay extra to basically just kind of skip the whole story, right?
Yeah,
like,
maybe you've designed your story a little shittily then, if that's something that people would want to do.
Well, I don't think you would skip the story with some money in the single player.
You're saying it's not the journey, it's the destination. What if you buy Shadow of the Colossus 2 and you could buy it for $10, skip the first 10 Colossi? Like,
no, I don't mean something like that. Like, that's the super extreme version, and the one that I said that I don't like. The one that I mean is, like, say, like an old Final Fantasy game.
You just want to subvert grinding, where they set up an artificial barrier and you can take that barrier down.
Exactly, yeah. Where normally there would be grinding or something, you
still
remove
against that.
Or like, well, I mean, I just also think that, like, if your game has grinding, in my opinion,
don't play it if you don't like it.
You have that's poor game design, in my opinion. If you're forced to grind, some
people love grinding.
Poor game design. No, I know. Well, I mean,
cookie clicker is grinding.
Clicker. Yeah, cookie clicker. Yeah, that's a great example.
All it is grinding. So, like, pay money and skip that. What are you doing?
But see, grinding should be optional, in my opinion. Like, if you want, like Pokemon.
It is.
Pokemon,
you don't have to play games with grinding in them.
Well, I mean, but not really. Like, that's not.
Just
like
don't play it.
Yeah, but that's not. Come on, that's not. That's not like a real argument to make there.
Is grinding that pervasive?
Pokemon is, I think, a really good example, because Pokemon, you don't really have to grind. Like, if you do everything that the game wants you to do, like fight all the trainer battles, catch Pokemon in the grass and stuff, and go through the game normally, you can level up all of your Pokemon to equivalent levels throughout the whole game and do it just fine. Like, you could just beat the game like that. You don't have to grind. You could grind if you want. You have that option, and you could buff up your Pokemon a lot stronger than they should be at that point in the game. But you're not obligated to grind. In fact, it has mechanics in place to punish people who want to grind, because I think that means that they think grinding is boring, which I agree with them. So You know, I think Pokemon's a really good example of how an RPG that could have grinding in it should be made.
But you're giving them an out, though, to add an extra monetization system that will necessarily make gameplay less interesting for the fact that they can then remove an element of it to make more money. Right? Because they're going to go wherever the path leads that leads to more money, and if the easiest thing for them to do is add a really repetitious system that's based on freaking variables increasing, then remove it.
That's what I'm saying, is that I don't like. Like, if you design the game around the concept of like, you know, if you want to not grind, you have to pay us more, I don't like that. I think that's bad. But in the case of, like, GTA, I don't think the game is designed... in every GTA game, money is not, like, a really important factor. You know?
I'm not qualified to say for the multiplayer.
I'm pretty sure money is one of the most important... Like, aren't the games you going from no money to all of the money?
Well, in the multiplayer, yeah. But no, but... Well, yeah, but it's
in
not,
the single player, honestly.
I mean, in the single player, like, you don't... Like, how often do you really spend all of your money, or, like, you're in trouble and you need more money in GTA? I've pretty much never encountered that situation. The only times that I would encounter that situation is in the old GTA games when you would buy properties and stuff, and those would cost a lot of money. But
I might be wrong in saying this, but I think in 5 you hire different people based on money that you have, so you might have better access to guards or crew that can help you do a job better.
And just you have to buy, like, if you want to have a helicopter, you have to buy it. If you want to have a tank, or you can buy all that.
Those are. I mean, at least in the older GTA games, stuff like that was well within the amount of money that you make just progressing through the story, so that you get it. You can buy it when you're supposed to have it in the game.
Yeah, but then if you get the money early, then you would have it early, right?
Well, you could also use the cheat codes at any point in the game. I mean, like,
there are no cheat. I'm talking about GTA 5. And you're $1 million.
Are there no cheat codes in GTA 5? Are we sure about that?
I'm relatively sure, but I think even if there were cheat codes, that would still... it's the same idea. You're just not paying for
just
the
Google
money.
for cheat codes. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. Yeah.
I'd be very surprised if there were in there.
Yeah, no, they have loads of cheat codes.
Do they give you money, or they just, like, spawn a tank?
Yeah, they probably don't have the money one because of the, you know. But, I mean, they have give weapons ammo, max health and armor, you know, so stuff that you would be spending money on.
Why did I not ever hear about that?
Yeah, you probably just didn't look them up. They don't like put them in the game or anything. You always had to look them up.
I guess I'm not on GameFAQs ever anymore. Nobody I know is talking about cheating in video games, so I guess there you go.
You know, this actually brings me to an interesting, like, logical extension here. You know, in the old days, way back in the days, in order to get the cheat codes, you weren't able to, like, find them online initially. You'd have to, like, get the Prima strategy guide in order to get the cheat codes, right?
Oh yeah, and now you can get one like for order, which is like, remember to press the A button when the QuickTime prompt comes up.
Do they still make Prima strategy guides in games? What is the point? But no,
but like
sales. But I mean, in that way, how is that terribly dissimilar from, you know, buying money? It's like a similar logical,
and take it back all the way to the beginning, where Nintendo designed games specifically to sell you Nintendo Power magazines that have cheat codes in them, as well as you know, the hotline, which charge you like $5 a minute or whatever.
Yeah, I guess that point that point's kind of moot because like, my point is kind of moot because, like, stating that game developers have been doing this forever doesn't necessarily make it philosophically good or moral.
Yeah, there you go.
But at the same time, though, I don't know. Maybe I've just been conditioned to see that this is like a, you know, not terribly bad thing. The only thing that I am negative about that whole thing is the multiplayer money, because I don't know. I mean, I haven't played the game, but I think, like, money in the multiplayer is actually pretty important, right? So basically, I would, now again, haven't played it. I don't know, but wouldn't that be like a pay to win type of thing? If you can get extra money,
perhaps.
I would think so.
No,
I said perhaps, but, like, to what end though? Honestly, because it's not really a competitive game, is it?
Well, I mean, all the things that you do in the multiplayer are competitive, right? It's like,
are they?
You know, it's like they have like the deathmatch and the, races and stuff like that. Like if somebody was able to just, have better cars and better guns than you,
yeah, I guess they would win.
I don't know.
Hey, commenters, do you use cheat codes in video games anymore? They're like, they don't exist mostly, but like, do you use them in GTA 5? Kind of curious.
I'm gonna use them.
I still remember using cheat codes in Blitz.
NFL Blitz?
Yeah, you ever play that?
Oh, yeah.
Is that the one you go on fire?
Mm-hmm.
Now, it was weird. Me and my brother we would just use the cheat codes because they were fun, but there was one cheat code in NFL Blitz. I wouldn't be able to tell you which one. It was for the N64, but again, I wouldn't be able to tell you which one. It would make it to where no one could tackle. So when you hiked the ball, all the players would glitch together, and you would just run to the end zone and score a touchdown. And it was just a mass of bodies all running, and it made this weird like dome circle thing, and we would just score a touchdown on every play.
You made a people dome.
Yeah, and we remember using the cheat code and it working, but then we only ever, I think, used it once, and every time we tried to use it again, it just didn't work. It's like a ghost cheat code or something.
Soft crash the game or something.
I don't know. It was weird though because we had it printed out. I think what happened actually is we couldn't find the cheat code because we didn't know what the hell it was called. Like it had some really weird name. Maybe someone in the comments remembers that. That's like way long ago, like 15, 14 years ago.
I mean, the old GTA cheat codes were great too. Like you'd have like the crazy cars and the low gravity, like
explode
the crazy
all cars.
Yeah. That was all fucking awesome.
My favorite one.
Yeah,
why would the cheat codes stop working?
I don't know.
Oh, I have no. It's honestly so long ago that I'm probably getting half of the story wrong because it was so long ago. But I do remember that cheat code.
Maybe it was just a bug and like the presence of a save file made it not work anymore, or something on your save file.
Yeah, we could have honestly just forgotten it too. Like we printed out a list of the cheat codes from like IGN or something, and we couldn't find it on there. We thought we found it because there was like a word we didn't know what it meant, and we thought, oh, this has to be it because we don't know what it means or how it works, and that one just never worked.
I miss those kind of mysteries, man.
Yeah,
able to download cheat codes and being like, oh man, this is gonna be the best. We're gonna find out some shit nobody's ever seen before.
Yeah.
I loved all the fake Halo 2 stories that were the Halo 2 mysteries. I guess neither of you played Halo 2.
Oh, well, skulls, right? It's always about skulls.
No, the skulls were actual.
You can get the warthog
things.
and the ghost, and then you go out of the bounds of the map, and then you can teleport to this other area in Zanzibar, and then you're in Blood Gulch, right? I'm doing the Dota thing, but with
You're
Halo
doing the Dota thing now.
Doesn't Zanzibar make food and deliver it to you?
I don't know.
No, there's actually a map, Zanzibar.
I have played a lot of Halo. I've played almost all of them.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Oh, well then do you remember the myths? I'm talking like the ones like the Mew under the truck style myths, the ones that were obviously not true, but when you're young, you don't know that.
I was like in my 20s though, so I don't know if I was young enough for that to matter.
You probably, you
also, Halo 2, I played through the single player in one single night, and then I only played multiplayer for a few months.
Oh. Well, I think the most popular one was called the Ghost of Lockout, which was one of the maps.
Oh, I like that name. Tell me a story.
It's not really a story. I think that the video might even still be up on YouTube or something, but there's a guy playing on Lockout, and someone joined his game, or actually, I guess no one joined his game. There was just another player on the multiplayer map that wasn't supposed to be there, and he just kind of floated around weirdly and like flew up into the sky and just.
Did he have a pickaxe?
No, but it was really creepy when you're a young teenager playing Halo. But now it probably looks really silly and someone probably had modded the game.
That's mysterious as hell. I love those mysteries.
Yeah. But there was another one. I can't remember it, though.
I really thought you were talking about the ones that were like the developers put this weird thing that's like 100 miles away that no one would ever find, but they stacked up all the warthogs and they got out of the level bounds and they found the skull. Right?
Well, the skulls were actual hidden secrets that they put in the game.
Yeah, but there was like one that was like impossible that no one should have found.
Maybe you're talking about the one on top of the frigate, or was it? There was a frigate or one of like some kind of spacecraft that's in the air in one of the levels in Halo 2, and if you got a Banshee that you weren't supposed to be able to get,
now you're on it. Keep going.
Yeah, and you flew up and landed on it. I think there was a hidden skull.
You had to take
no, actually, it was a hidden gun. I think it was like a gun you weren't supposed to be able to get.
I think that's what we're talking about. It was a gun.
Yeah, it was like some kind of beta weapon that was never put into the game.
But they had to like glitch a ghost through a level area where you weren't supposed to warp, and then it would like let you get to another place you couldn't get to, and then you had to take a warthog to another place and then stack things and then jump off of each other.
Oh, it was the Scarab Gun, I think.
That's right. That's it. Scarab Gun. Mystery's alive.
I'm looking at a video of it now, trying to find it.
Why do I want a Scarab Gun? Just for the novelty of it?
It was the most powerful gun in the game, I believe.
So,
because the Scarab was the massive spider thing.
Right. So if you could get that Scarab Gun, you might be able to beat Halo 2.
Well, yeah,
you see my point, right?
Yeah, he's getting the Banshee. He's like beating it and like he's beating it off. No, he's hitting it into like an area it's not supposed to be, so he can get in and fly up. And
that was a joke, by the way, angry commenters. I said that to be a joke. I get why you would find that interesting.
Ah, yeah, it looks like a normal plasma rifle, but it fires Scarab shots.
That's kind of sweet.
Yeah.
It's called taking the piss in the UK, I believe.
Right.
What I just did. You get the piss, you take it away.
So I'm reading stuff about Star Citizen, which I think is rather relevant to the last discussion we were having.
57 million today, I think it made.
You for real?
I think it passed the 57 million point in funding, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Go double check. I tweeted about this morning because it showed up as an article on like IGN or something.
I mean, that's insane. I wonder if they've had more money put into them from like investors. You think that's happened, or have they just floated on the crowdfunding stuff?
All I know is the amount of money that's put into a game is directly proportional to how good that game is. So it's going to be fucking incredible.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. Yeah, but no, and I'm reading apparently. This is how fucking outlandish this game is.
Like $1,000 for a skin, right?
Well, yeah, that too, but okay, yeah. Here. So far, the Star Citizen you can play contains only a spot of dogfighting, but the eventual game is aiming to be multiple games in one with separate parts made by different studios. Like, this is a
22
fucking
cans. Are they in there?
I don't know. Maybe they're gonna get Infinity Ward too, and
Infinity Ward and 22 cans.
And then also apparently they announced something that's like a social module.
Oh.
So apparently they're going to also be a competing social network with Star Citizen.
Can you explain more about what that means? Or do you know?
The article isn't completely clear exactly. But they do talk about that right now, since there's no matchmaking in the multiplayer. Basically, it's completely 100% pay to win. Like, if you spend more money on a ship, then you win the game. Like, that's just how it is.
But we're really excited about this game for some reason. So clearly there's something beyond what you just said that means something to all of the people paying for it.
Well, in the game itself, whether multiplayer or single player, because I mean, right now they only have the dogfighting, which is like a competitive aspect of the game.
Right.
The rest of the game is like, you know, every nerd's pipe dream of what a perfect space game would be, right? And it's not going to be that because it just can't. But that's why people are excited about it. But anyway. So they implemented something called rental equipment credits, which is some sort of a separate currency that you can use from playing PvP. You can earn by playing the PvP and get stomped by players who have spent a lot of money on ships. And you can rent those ships that you can only spend a lot of real-world money on for like a week to play with them. So that's how they're, and that sounds real scummy. Like, that sounds like a really scummy business model to me.
Why does that sound more scummy to you than it was a second ago, that you can rent them, I mean?
Well, because it's a competitive game mode, right? Like, that's why I said in the GTA 5 Online, if it's the online mode, like, in my opinion, if in single player, if you want to spend money to do whatever, you know, fuck it. It doesn't affect me, right? It doesn't affect my experience of the game. If you want to spend that money and be an idiot, go ahead. You know, Go to town. I'm glad that option is available for you so that you can do it. But when it's multiplayer, then that is way, way, way worse. Especially in a competitive game mode like a a dog-fighting deathmatch type of thing,
But my question was, why does renting that make it worse?
Well, so the whole idea is that you earn this separate in-game currency called rental equipment credits, or REC. Not real money. Well, yeah, but you earn that by playing PvP, right? Okay.
And the only way to get that is to spend real money to get to the fake currency. So it's reversed.
Well, that's what I'm saying is, like, in order to get this rental equipment currency, you have to spend all your time just getting fucking destroyed by these people who have $100, $300 ships. And then once you finally scrounged up enough, rental equipment credits to, play one of their ships for a week, you get to play that ship for a week, and then they're literally using that as a demo for those people, being like, hey, doesn't the $300 seem worth it now after you see how the game could be when things are balanced? It's a foot in the door, though.
You get a week of like double XP weekend, right?
Yeah.
And then you could basically just gank all the noobs that show up, so you have an entire federation of people who didn't pay for ships that are incredibly desperate not to have paid for ships in the future, and will then spend all their time making sure anyone they can beat gets beaten over and over again to accrue more rental credits so they can keep renting those ships.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes. It's weird. I don't know. I don't like it. Although, EVE Online has a really interesting system with how their subscription model works. I don't know if you guys know this, but in EVE Online, you can actually purchase with in-game credits game time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was actually a lot of scandals about that. I remember Reddit, like, people were stealing credit card information, like, selling stuff with it.
Probably, yeah.
It was weird and
stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know. But that process is fairly interesting, I think. That you can earn game time through just playing the game.
Well, I mean, interestingly enough, if we make enough YouTube videos of Magic the Gathering, eventually I can buy the next Magic the Gathering, so I guess in that way, I figured out a way to game the system.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
By playing it. So, see, that's for everyone.
That's interesting. A leaked look at the cancelled Legacy of Kain Dead Son.
Oh, yeah, I watched that stuff. That's interesting, I guess.
That's pretty cool. I would have liked to see a new Legacy of Kain game.
The story got so convoluted, though.
More like Legacy of Lame.
Hey-oh. What I really want to see is a new Vampire the Masquerade game. That's what I want to see.
It's like a tabletop game, right?
No, well, I mean, yes, but the one that people really are attached to is Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, which was like a Bethesda-esque RPG. But deeper, and also there are like a bunch of different like classes of vampire that you could be. Like you could be a Nosferatu and just like feed on people at night in order to get life and XP and stuff. And
Bunhead.
I don't think you can be the Gary Oldman, Bram Stoker's Dracula vampire.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but you. You could probably come pretty close. It was really cool. It was a really cool game, and they just because of licensing, they just haven't ever been able to make another one. So it's really unfortunate. It was
kind of at the behest of the tabletop game that we couldn't get a better version of that, maybe.
Well, I think the thing now, this is kind of just from what I remember, so I could be wrong about this, but from what I remember, it's not necessarily the license from the tabletop game. It's whoever purchased the license to make Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, and then the studio that made that game ended up leaving whatever company they were with, and that old place still has the license to video game adaptations of the tabletop game, and they just haven't been doing anything with the license. And they just won't give it to the other studio.
Sucks how often that seems to come up and just really hinders something moving on.
Yeah, it's weird. In film, how it works is if you don't use the license, or at least with this is how it is with Marvel. If you don't use the license for 5 years, then it just goes away. You don't have it anymore. So that's actually why people were really upset about the new Fantastic Four trailer, because it looks like it's going to be awful. and every single one has been awful. But they literally they have made it. They have made that movie simply to keep the license. So
great.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping that maybe somehow we could turn it into a situation that, like, someone awesome like Vanillaware could make a Metroid game.
Yeah.
You know, somebody that makes beautiful games, like, you know, Muramasa, the Demon Blade, could make a Metroid game.
It's a good item in Terraria.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's an okay item. Did you see there's, like, a new Terraria coming out?
Yeah, it's not Terraria 2.
It's something else, though. It's like a side spin-off.
I don't know.
I don't even remember what it's called, like the Afterworld or something.
Overworld or Otherworld?
Yeah, I think it's Otherworld.
Here's the thing, though, is that it totally looks exactly like Terraria 2 would look like, but they've explicitly said that it's not Terraria 2. And so I'm sitting here like, why the fuck didn't you just make Terraria 2 then?
Maybe they are.
Or why is this not just Terraria 2?
I thought they were making Terraria 2, though, right?
Apparently they are.
Yeah,
but
so they're just making this as well? It's
because it looks graphic. It looks like a new graphically updated Terraria with different sort of mechanics, with a new RPG mechanics. And it just is like, well, this is just straight up like, looks exactly like what you would do for Terraria 2, you know? Change the game slightly, make it look better, new mechanics. I don't understand what we're doing here.
The other thing, too, is the way that it was marketed in the trailer made it seem like that was Terraria's competition to Starbound, because it's you go to a bunch of different worlds and stuff. So
but they talked about Terraria 2 being about space, so are all of them the same game?
It's so dumb, because it's just, if this isn't Terraria 2, why are you doing it? Like, just go make Terraria 2. You're going to confuse people, and you're going to split your efforts, and suddenly both games are going to be less than what you could have made with just one game.
Well, yeah, I don't know if they'll confuse people. If it's not called Terraria 2, they probably won't.
Well, I guess that was a poor way of phrasing it, but I guess the latter point...
Well, it could confuse people in the way where it's like, oh, they released Terraria Otherworld, and like a week later, hey, we announced Terraria 2. You know what I mean? Like, that's happened before, where it's like, oh, we just came out with, like, Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh, they're making Five Nights at Freddy's 3, apparently, already. So, you know, stuff like that might be a little bit weird.
Do we know who's developing it?
It's Relogic, and that's what it said in the trailer.
Okay.
And Relogic isn't that many people, is it? It's just a few, right?
Shouldn't we be able to tell based on that information that this is Terraria 2 then? Or do you think that they're doing two separate games in the same engine with
Relogic
massive differences as far as we know?
And a company called Engine Software are both making Terraria Otherworld.
So that is... So Relogic is probably publishing, essentially, that.
Oh.
And this company is basically developing it. So they probably made a bunch of assets and a bunch of things.
This is Darkspore.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think these are just like leftover assets that they aren't going to be using in Terraria 2 or something, or like game concepts they weren't going to be using, and then they just, you know, reimagine them into a completely separate game.
Or it's a mobile thing that we don't know about yet.
That's a possibility too, I guess.
Like it's a spin-off side thing that's just meant to kind of cash in on the hype of another thing.
That's a possibility, yeah. I don't know.
Basically, I don't see why this being a good thing in almost any way, unless it just... I don't know, it's just so weird.
I mean, if it's a good game...
timed. Well, yeah, but it's just weirdly timed, right? Like,
it is very strange, yeah.
Also, they say that everything in the video, the trailer, is pre-alpha, but it looks pretty, like...
Didn't Microsoft, like, a couple months ago say they were making Minecraft 2 or something?
They're making the Telltale Minecraft game.
Yeah,
I don't think I've heard anything about Minecraft 2 yet.
Yeah.
Minecraft 2 is just kind of the assumption because Microsoft bought Mojang.
Right, yeah.
And why wouldn't you? What are you going to do with that property other than... Well, I guess you could just milk it, because...
Yeah,
that's what you do.
Well, either way,
I don't see why you wouldn't. I mean, they probably don't. They could just sit on their hands and keep the license. Honestly,
unless they're like Marvel and they lose it after 5 years.
Yeah, right.
Isn't Terraria supposed to like have another update too?
Yeah, so that's the other thing is Terraria is actually coming out with the biggest update that it's ever had soon, which is what I've been saying for the last year and 3/4. The Lunar update. and I've been waiting to resurrect my Let's Play, and I've even resurrected it like 2 or 3 times now, and really hoping that they'll come out with that update. Really like to finish the game.
So, is it possible then that they have 3 independent studios working on different iterations of Terraria right now?
Well, somebody's working on the first Terraria, I know that much. But it's not Redigit.
You think it's like a skeleton team of the old team or something?
As far as I knew, Redigit's working on Terraria 2. This whole other thing that we're talking about came out of nowhere. I've never heard of this until the other day.
Yeah.
Apparently, in this post about Terraria Otherworld, they said they're still working on 1.3 as feverishly as ever to bring what we think is the most amazing update yet to Terraria.
Hey, I'm still hyped for it. I'm still gonna be excited for it when it comes out, whenever that is. I just want.
I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, if it's fun, I'm not as much of a Terraria fan as I think both of you guys are. But I mean, I rode the hype when it was first coming out and stuff, and I played a lot of it back in the day when it was in beta or whatever, and I had a great time with Terraria. So I mean, I'm alright with them making another thing, I guess. You know.
We're just trying to understand if they're diluting the property or if there's actually some value to this whole thing, I think.
Right, yeah.
Because people were so hyped when they were tweeting me, like, you have to see this trailer. This is Terraria 2. And I'm like, I watched it and like, all right, this looks cool, but it doesn't seem right. There's something a little off here.
Yeah, it looks like Terraria 1.5 is what that looks like to me.
No, we're on 1.3 coming up. This is the new update.
Sorry about that, yeah.
Terraria was always in a weird stage in development, which is why I feel so weird about it, I guess, now, is because, you know, the creator originally just gave up on Terraria and was like, all right, I'm done with this game.
Took a year off.
He took a year off, but he basically said he was done with the game and he wasn't going to bother with updating it ever again.
He was super not done with it, though.
Yeah, right. No, I agree, but it's just like, what he said was that he was, and then he was for a long time, and then suddenly, you know, a year later, he's like, never mind, lol, JK, here's a big update. And it was great. I mean, it was great. I really enjoyed playing through Terraria again with the new updates, but it was just for that year, a sour taste was left in my mind and a bunch of people's
I'm over it, though. Like, after they added the last bunch of updates, even, I was still, again, reinvigorated by it. Because, like, they added really basic stuff that should have been in from the beginning, like fishing. And not only did they add it, though, they added an entire group of quests around it and an NPC and, a boss. And kind of changed the way the armor tiers worked again and made them make a little bit more sense. As well as they added stuff like naming chests, which is really useful when you've got 100 chests full of different items. So,
yeah, no,
they're on top of it.
Right. I agree. But... It was,
I'm not, like, attacking you. I'm just saying it's exciting.
Yeah, fuck you, Austin. You know what? Go fuck you. No, also, here's another game that is interesting here that I'm seeing a video of called Worlds Adrift, which... I
know nothing of this.
Yeah, okay, so apparently it's from the developers of Surgeon Simulator, and... It's
Bossa software, I think?
You've interested me.
Yeah. So
is that right?
It looks like, you know, what's the name of that game Ben Johnson made, or is making, actually? It's still in the process of being made.
Johnson.
It's like Minecraft, except you build.
I love that.
You build ships and stuff, and you fly them around sky islands and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? We played it way back when, a long time ago. It's called, like, Sky Sex.
Oh, Sky Sex.
Was it like an isometric bird's eye view deal?
No, not at all. It looks exactly like Minecraft, except they're different mechanics.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I'm not going to remember the title. I can see it in my head, though.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to look up Sky Sex, because I remember that's the video that I made. Okay.
This Worlds Adrift looks a lot like a video or a game Nick did any impression on. Where you, like, swing on ropes. It just looks like you're swinging on ropes.
No, I'm big on, like, swinging on things in sky and, like, landscape, so it sounds like me.
Yeah. I do enjoy swinging on ropes.
Now they're building a ship suddenly.
Yeah, right. That's the thing that makes
suddenly.
It. That makes it interesting. Sky Nations. That's the name of the game.
Oh, you were so close.
Sky Nations.
I like Sky Sex better.
It looks like Sky Nations, except without the Minecraft aesthetic. And also, it looks like it's a bit less deep. Because I mean, the thing with Sky Nations is you can, like, your ship doesn't have to be aerodynamic in any way, and it doesn't have to conform to whatever the game-specific art direction is. Like, you can make a giant dick, and that's actually what the SkySex video was when I made that.
Oh, I remember that now.
Yeah,
I didn't have a part in it, but I do remember. I remember seeing the sky dick.
Yeah, we made a giant ship that looked like a penis, and Pixel made a giant ship that looked like a vagina, and we made the two ships. Yeah, we made them have sex with each other.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
It was very fun, yeah, and it appears that Worlds Adrift is not going to give you that capability, but it does look rather pretty. I will say that from the initial video that I'm seeing here about it.
What's the zombie situation yet with it?
I don't know if it has zombies yet, but I'm sure it's going to happen.
Probably coming in a future patch, though.
Yeah, there's going to be more zombies, but but apparently the developers are soliciting feedback about the core ideas.
Not enough zombies. There's my feedback.
Yeah,
Get working on that.
So I guess they're asking the community like what they want from this game.
You know what to ask.
Yeah, zombies. Want some zombies.
Real simple.
Oh wait, hey, I could sign up and take part. I'm doing it.
Also, very aggressive PvP that can make you absolutely hate the game because they can trap you in a place where you can't ever get out. If you could add that too.
That sounds
that'd be nice.
Yeah, no. But well, it does look like it's going to be a multiplayer online persistent environment, and
the Rust thing, right?
Well, yeah, but
I'm really obsessed with that lately.
Well, I'm fine with a multiplayer online persistent environment.
DayZ, H1Z1, Rust, they all do the same shit.
It's sort of like, I think, you know what those are? Those are games where they can get away with making an MMO without having to call themselves an MMO and all the things that are attached to that.
Yeah.
I got it. We changed the name from Worlds Adrift to Worlds Adrift with the Z where the S was.
Yeah, right. There you go.
We did it, boys.
Zombie update. Yeah.
All right.
Now that's a good idea. They have to be Nazis, though. The zombies have to be, because otherwise people aren't going to want to kill them unless they're Nazis. So, but
kill them anyway. I don't know.
Yeah, but no, I mean, it seems pretty cool. Superficially, anyway, it seems pretty cool. But yeah, no, anyway, they show off the shooting cannons in the video that I linked. So there is going to be combat between your flying ships.
We're almost to zombies.
We seem to be there seems to be a really strange niche in the gaming market where people really want to fly ships, but ships that look like, you know, old school wooden ships, but they fly through the sky and land on skylands. So that seems to be a really common theme.
It is. You ever played Skies of Arcadia?
Yeah.
That's
no, I haven't.
Why did you
the
say
second
yes?
time you've just said the opposite and just inverted it.
Yeah, I don't know why I said yeah. I mean, I think I thought
it was a
in my head
filling,
you meant
Rob, do you like
further.
penis? Yeah, no.
I think it was the same as an when he said yeah. I don't think there was any meaning with that. Yeah, it was just.
Well, in the case of the Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, though, like yes, it is technically a tabletop game, but that's not what I don't want to see like an adaptation of the tabletop game. I just want to see a Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, essentially.
Okay.
So, but
what did what you said just make sense?
Yeah, well, Vampire the Masquerade is the tabletop game. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines is the video game that is inspired by the tabletop game.
I understand. It's just the way you said it. I don't think it made sense together with what... It doesn't matter.
We have fun here on Magic.
We don't. We do have fun here.
We don't. Do we?
Do have fun here.
Rock Paper Shotgun made a post about that game that I showed you, Nick. Cell HD Emergence. I'm telling you. Indie
Cell
material.
HZ Emergence when they add zombies to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that's the game of life, but it's like a shooter kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like in microscopes or something. Yeah, there's a lot of games coming out on Steam. Sometimes they're about stick men. Sometimes they look really bad.
Sometimes they're about zombies.
Sometimes they're about Pikmin.
Do you ever do that, Austin? Because me and Rob did this the other night. We were just looking at all the new releases on Steam. We're like, yep, this looks like ass. This looks awful.
Yeah, no, I do that every couple days. Because sometimes I'm like, you know, I like buying games. Let me go try to buy a game. And it's like, wait. Nah.
We find out about them through other channels, because, like, finding them out on Steam, it's, like, too late by that point. Most of the time.
Right. Yep.
There was one that I don't remember what it was called, Shadow something or other, and it looked like Diablo 3.
Running Shadow?
No.
Well, that actually looks pretty interesting.
We got into a debate about if it's free to play or not, and then it was like the reviews were going both ways.
Yeah.
Right.
But, no, yeah, I know what you're talking about, Nick. I remember us looking at that.
Yeah, do you remember the title of that?
I do not, no.
Shadow
but I can
something.
look at the new releases. Also, Zordon wants me to save Angel Grove, apparently, so that's pretty interesting.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was like a Starship Troopers Angel Grove, though.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And you were getting invaded by, like, pointy insects, and you had to use your Megazords and shit to, like, cut them down.
What is Oscura Lost Light? Oh, it's Limbo. Okay.
You know, there hasn't been a Limbo in a little while. How come there wasn't a Limbo 2, honestly?
Whatever happened to the guy that made Limbo?
I don't think I know who made Limbo.
I don't know either.
Which is weird, because that was a very important foundational indie game in the transition from going from AAA to indie.
It absolutely was, yeah. It's very important.
Why don't I know who made that?
I don't know.
I should know that.
Because they never made anything else, probably.
I think if you said their name, I would know, but I don't think I can think of it right now.
Oh, but there is Morhoon Invasion, also known as Crazy Chicken Invasion.
Oh, yeah.
If you guys haven't seen this game, you need to, because
straight out of 1995.
It looks like something that would come on a floppy disk. I don't even understand what it is, actually.
There's chickens. That's as much as we find out.
Yeah, that's probably true.
There's chickens.
Oh, what's On My Own? Oh,
there's chickens in that.
Oh, this looks pretty cool. On My Own. It's like a isometric The Long Dark.
Like the Long Park. They're called Playdead, is who made Limbo.
Did they make anything else?
They made a game called Inside, which came out in 2015, or I don't know, didn't come out at all. It doesn't look like it even came out yet.
I do know them, actually. That's bizarre.
Yeah.
Playdead is an independent video game developer based in Copenhagen, Denmark.
Huh.
You know, Steam really needs to update its fucking everything, because...
Yeah, we're real tired of having to go back to page 1 every time you look at a game. You can middle mouse, though, to open up a new area.
Oh, can you really?
Yeah, it works.
Does what does it, put it in a tab, or...?
Just makes a new window.
Oh, really?
That's an important one for all of you out there who use Steam at all, which is probably a lot of you.
Yeah, I would think every single one of you, but well, no, because I'm trying to scrub through this video of On My Own, and every time I get I've muted the video multiple times. Every time I scrub to a new point, it turns the sound on again, and it's very frustrating.
This game Inside, sorry, I got a lisp there for a second. This game, Inside, by the guys who made Limbo,
Playdead.
It was actually at E3 2014. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this. If you would see the video, you'd probably recognize it. So I think it was at the Xbox conference. I believe, yeah, it was debuting on the Xbox conference. So
is this one of the new Xbox indie game initiatives?
I believe so, but
PS4 got all the good ones.
Yeah,
you're missing out.
Yeah, it looks like a weird game. It's kind of very similar to Limbo, but in a different environment.
I guess that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If they made Limbo, I mean. It's kind of like Bastion and Transistor.
Hunt and forage to survive. Wow. Okay, you can actually make a trap. Okay, I was gonna say this looks like Don't Starve. Oh, I fucking paused the video and hit play, and it turned sound back on. What are you doing, Steam?
Every time it plays, it puts the sound on. That's it.
I guess so, yeah. But
it puts the sound on, or it gets the. Yeah.
But anyway, it looks like Don't Starve with not as good of an art design or art direction.
That seems like a problem for them.
Yeah, well, and then you actually can make the exact trap that you can make in Don't Starve and put it next to a rabbit hole and get rabbits that way. So.
All right, so developers, don't make games that are just other games with worse art.
Yeah, Yeah.
I don't know that they're really doing that. I'm just saying in general, don't do that.
I mean, the game on my own actually looks kind of cool. I'm looking at it on
right.
Steam. I would be interested
Yeah, I'm not
to
informed
try
to
it,
be able to say what I just said. I'm just saying
inside.
Anyway.
No, I don't know if I saw this. This is interesting looking. What is this about?
It's about being inside your mom, apparently.
Since the release of Limbo in 2010, Playdead's working very hard on the next game, Inside. So, they've been working on this for 5 years?
I guess.
I wonder,
Surely they could
why they have no presence in the indie community. Like, why I've never really heard anything from them.
Well, they were like you said, like a pivotal, part of the whole indie game renaissance, right? And
you know who the other people were? Fucking Team Meat.
Yeah.
We know about their story pretty delicately, honestly.
Well, with them though, I guess they really do have a face, and they kind of always have with Ed McMillan. But also on top of that though, Team Meat kept making indie games, whereas these guys just stopped after Limbo.
Apparently,
they made Limbo and just weren't a part of the indie game community for 5 years.
Another one would be Braid. Right?
Yeah.
We know what happened with Jonathan Blow.
Mm-hmm.
Another one would be Fez.
Is Jonathan Blow's new game ever coming out?
No.
Okay, because I just remembered that he was making a game that I was excited about.
Yeah, it's been shown at all of the things.
And it just isn't coming out, I guess.
I don't know. It might come out eventually.
I'll
be excited for it when it comes out.
Jonathan Blow's The Witness.
Yeah. It's like Myst, right? But there's like sliding
puzzles.
That's
why I was excited, because I really enjoyed Myst when I was younger. I used to play it with my dad, actually. It was the only video game he ever played. So when I saw this game, I was like, oh, this could bring back some fond feelings of Myst, maybe.
I like Myst as well.
What did you play? Myst 3, Exile?
Very briefly.
That was my favorite one. Myst 4 got a little ridiculous, but Myst 3 was very good.
I thought it kind of overcomplicated things when you could look in every direction. I like that the framing of the picture was intentionally the way it was, so you only had so many options to click through, but now all of a sudden you've got 360-degree panorama to look at.
Was that Myst 4?
Oh, am I describing the wrong game? I thought Exile had that.
It's been so long, it could have... I was going to play Myst. I think I've talked about this on Magic before, but I was going to play Myst 3 again because they released a bunch of Myst games on Steam, but they didn't release Myst 3.
But there a lot of pearly white ivory towers and shit you walk around in Exile?
Yeah, I guess they do have the 360 in that, now that I'm trying to remember the imagery. That game was actually kind of scary at points, too.
I never really played Myst.
It's not for everybody. It can be a little frustrating, and the puzzles are insanely obtuse, most of them. Many of them, you just need a strategy guide for.
That's why Myst 4 was awful, because Myst 4, me and my dad were playing it, and we couldn't solve any of the puzzles. We could not solve any of them.
I think there's a mode of thinking, though, eventually, that you kind of fall into after you've played enough hours. You're like, all right, I get how they usually make puzzles, so we're going to go in that direction. And that's gotten me through some of them, but, by and large...
It's kind of that's like the Zelda thing.
Yeah, but this is every puzzle is different. In Zelda, it's always all right, how do I use this arrow and bow and bomb?
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing. I'd be curious to see what you would do playing Myst for the first time, actually, on a stream or something.
Yeah, that would actually be interesting.
You might get really frustrated, but if you do, that would be entertaining as well. And I'll just purge chat every 10 seconds.
I would never, ever play something like a really intense puzzle game on... I
mean, you could.
On stream. No, I won't. I refuse.
I played Ep.178 with Ryan for hours. They were so angry at us.
The
oh my
chat
god,
was
they were
real
so
mad.
angry.
I couldn't even watch you guys play that because of how bad the chat was, and I wasn't even the one under the magnifying glass.
We hardly even got stuck at all either, which was the better part.
Yeah.
There was 1 or 2 moments we were stuck for less than a minute, and it was everyone's freaking out.
When it's a puzzle game, for some reason, people seem to think
you think you're better than me?
People seem to think oh, I figured out this puzzle very quickly, so this must be really easy, therefore the person that I'm watching must be a fucking moron.
Right.
So I should tell them how much of a moron they are to not only demoralize them, but also let everyone else in the chat know how great I am since I solved it very easily. But then they also don't ever recognize the moments in which the streamer or game player solves a puzzle before they do.
Yeah.
Those times aren't
you
received.
Get all the hits and forget the misses.
Yeah, exactly. And stuff like that. So I can't. I don't touch it.
You might actually have amnesty for miss though, because maybe the majority of people watching on Twitch would be too young to know the puzzle answers.
Yeah.
Or maybe forget them, because I actually don't remember most of them anymore.
Yeah.
Just remember you got to go under the staircase, and then there's like the water cauldron. There's like a map on it. You got to find the red pages. You go to the library. You look in the book in the fireplace. You go behind the fireplace. You pull the gate down, and then you got to put the little dots in, right? And then you lift the gate back up, and you go behind the wall, and then there's an elevator. You can go up into the top. That's pretty sweet. It's like a power station. It's like partially underwater. You got to like get in there somehow. There's a ship, maybe like a rocket ship. There's also another ship on the other side. It's an actual ship. Yeah, that's Myst.
I want to play Myst now. I think I'm going to play Myst 3 on stream if I can get a hold of a copy of the game.
Let's play Myst 1 on stream, Austin.
I want them to make fucking XCOM 2 already.
I was I'm totally ignoring Rob. I was like too young to remember any of the puzzles in Myst 1 or 2, so yeah. I would basically be fresh on those.
We'd have to hook you up with so many mods, but I think we could do it.
Yeah, well, Myst 1 and 2 are available on Steam, right?
Oh, I know. There's actually real Myst too, which is it's like the real life, like you can walk around first person mode.
Oh wow, yeah, I think I remember that actually.
All right, here I'm looking at GOG.com because they do that, right? They that's what they do is they do the
yeah they do.
They make the old games
new again.
Work on new hardware. So there's a couple things. There's Myst Masterpiece Edition, Riven, the sequel to Myst.
2, yep.
Real Myst.
Yeah, that's another thing.
And my headphones just died, but I'll just keep telling you. Myst 5, End of Ages Limited Edition.
That has nothing to do with what you said prior.
Headphones are back.
Oh, okay.
Wait, yeah, no, they're back. The Myst 5, End of Ages doesn't have anything to do with the...
No, so Masterpiece Edition, I believe, is like a remaster of the still image version of it, where it's just higher resolution everything, but it's still, point and click adventure. Real Myst is the one where you get first person controls and then you can walk around in it.
Okay. Well, here's the real weird part, is because of the last one. So you have Myst Masterpiece Edition, right? You have headphones just died again, but you have Real Myst in addition to Myst Masterpiece Edition. Headphones are back. And then you have Real Myst Masterpiece Edition.
All I can guess is based on the trend is that they resampled all the textures in the real walking around version, but I'm not 100% on that.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a strange decision for them to do that, but you gotta get those dollars, right?
Yeah.
But like 2 and 5 are just other games.
So, right.
Apparently, I'm reading the reviews for Myst Masterpiece Edition because they're really bad. I'm like, this isn't a bad game. And apparently it just doesn't work on Windows 7.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
I even have one of them, and I don't remember which.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which ones are on Steam?
All of those that you just listed. Yeah.
All of them, yeah. So I guess
right now.
I don't know if GOG still does that thing that they used to do.
All right, that sucks.
That's what I mean. Like, but when GOG first came out, that's what they did. That was their thing.
Yeah, it was like, here's DOSBox.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Like that's what they did. But I don't know if they do that anymore. I think they're just a regular old storefront.
God, Riven looks so cool. I forgot how cool these games' designs were.
I covered a game on Indie Impressions that I can't remember the title of, but one of the people that worked on Riven made that game. And it's very similar in execution, but it's like an actual first-person adventure game.
That's interesting.
I think you'd like it. I'm looking forward to playing the full version of that. It's very obtuse and interesting and cryptic.
really excited to play Myst again now. I'm gonna definitely play it.
It's gonna be a long stream, but I think you can do it. I believe in you.
Yeah.
Well, we're at 1 hour and 19 minutes, by the way. So
right. Solid.
Mission accomplished.
Anything that we could say about Nintendo to close this one out?
Oh, I already covered the Monster Hunter. That a couple of stores around me were sold out. So fuck Nintendo.
That's it. Yeah, fuck Nintendo, basically. So yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. New episodes Mondays and Fridays. So we're still not at PAX when this episode goes up. Yeah. So
this is the last one before we're at PAX.
Right. Yeah. The next one after this, we're gonna be in Boston. So
having a grand old time.
Probably.
Wait, is that right? Yeah. Okay.
This is the Monday.
This is
I'm easily confused.
Episode. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, I hope future us has a good time at PAX.
Me too. I wish us luck.
And if you guys are at PAX, I hope we see you there, and I hope we give you hugs and stuff. As long as you let us know you're about to hug us first.
And sexual hugs too. I'm okay with that.
Those are fine for Rob. I'd like to just know about it.
Maul might not be too happy about it, but we could work something out.
All right.
And the headphones.
All right. Well, that's a good cue. Talk to y'all later.
Bye.
So, they're back now, though.
Yeah, we said bye already.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.